2021 was a very interesting year for me, and without going into too much detail, I ended up not being able to post a lot on the channel, but I did record a lot of videos. Anyway, this intro is just to give you a little bit of context onto the really old video. It is time for the first video in the new house. No idea when this is going to get posted, but I do know what the content is going to be on, and it is on The Expanse Book 5, Nemesis games, and it's a reading vlog, if you couldn't figure that out. I have been doing reading vlogs for every book of the Expanse series that I have read. I am enjoying this series a lot. The first book absolutely blew me out of the water, and I keep coming back to these books even though the rest of them have not been nearly as good, because I'm waiting for those few nuggets of just absolute joy that comes whenever there's a twist or a character moment or something that happens that just makes me lose my mind. Now, this is a different vlog because I have watched the TV show season for this book already, so I already know what's going to happen for the most part in this book. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I know what's going to happen. So that'll make it kind of interesting. If you're new to the channel and my reading vlogs in general, I'm going to update you at every 100 pages with my thoughts and reactions and predictions and overall feelings, especially now with this in comparison to the TV show. If you have not read the Expanse books and you're interested in maybe reading them at some point, I want you to stop watching this video, because I truly believe that this series, especially the first book, needs to be experienced completely spoiler-free, and so I need you to not spoil yourself. If you're also new and you don't know what The Expanse is, it's a space opera. Sci-fi, we are in the near solar system following humans as they have kind of left Earth's restraints and are now exploring the solar system and the universe as much as they can. Very character based, very politically based, focused on the way individual characters can impact the way society at large interacts. And this series especially is really good because it focuses on how we are still human even if we don't live on Earth, and it's really good for the most part. Buckle up for the first reading vlog in the new house, Expanse Book 5. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy what's coming up. I've made it to the 100-page mark. It is time for an update. I have been chewing on ice, so if I am talking funny, it's because my tongue is slightly numb. So it has been a very long time since I watched the season 5 of this TV show, and I cannot remember what happened. So I'm reading things and I'm like, I don't know if that's how it happened in the show or not, but I feel like it was different in the show and I like the book better. I absolutely hate the way the show portrayed Naomi's character, and since I'm in Naomi's POV, which is very rare in this series, I am struggling so hard because it just makes me angry at how the show did her dirty, and I cannot wait to do a video that I have planned going over how they did her character dirty. So that is a lot right now. This is also the first book in the series that I feel like we're getting perspectives from all of the members of the crew at the same time, and I really love it. I've always wanted more time with the crew by itself instead of switching back and forth between random people from the solar system. I also feel like a lot of our side characters that we've, met and lived with in other books are starting to come back in more in this book than they have the rest of the series, so that's fun. And there's definitely a lot of character motivations that are different from how the show portrayed them, and I've liked the book better. So far I like the book. I'm not a fan of how the TV show has gone. I might do a video on that where I talk about that more specifically at a later time. But overall, I can't really remember what happened in the show and what is happening in the book right now. I can't remember what the differences are. So that's fun. I'm also experiencing this thing where if you've ever started a book series without having seen the adaptation first, and then you watch the adaptation, and then you continue the book series. Like, I am holding in my head both the original, like, images of the characters from when I read it before I'd seen the show, and like what the actors look like now. It is a very weird thing to like be holding both of those in my head at the same time. Anyway, I'm having a good time. I'm 100 pages in. I missed being in this world with these characters, and I'm excited to see like where we go next. And I'm just really glad that I read this again. Honestly, the show kind of put a bad taste in my mouth a little bit for these books, because I just really don't like the show. I'm like so bored with it, even in the seasons that I haven't seen before. Anyways, that's going to be my update for now. I will see you guys at page 200. It is Sunday night, and I have just now gotten to, it's not Sunday, it's Saturday. I've just now gotten to page 200, so this is my page 200 update. I don't have a lot of thoughts. Everything's pretty much following the plot of the TV show. The only thing I've really got to say is that I like that the TV show included more of Bobby Draper, because she's fantastic. And I don't think we've gotten enough of her in the book so far, so I'm very happy that they added in more of her. Even though there were like entire plot lines in the TV show that were not in the book at all. I'm enjoying myself. We're getting into the thick of it. I don't really have anything else to say at this point though, so I will see you at the page 300 update. I am so happy to be back in this world with this book and these characters and everything going on, even though there's absolute devastation happening everywhere. And I do need to say that the book does a much better job of capturing just like the heartbreak of what has happened with the attack on Earth. I think the show kind of like moves straight to the action of how do we survive this, instead of like allowing those moments to like sit with the heartbreak and just feel how upsetting and devastating this is. I definitely think Naomi's character was done dirty. I mean, I'm just going to keep saying it over and over again. In her interactions with Philip and with the crew when she's on Marco's ship, like, her strength is what stands out the most to me in the book. Like, yes, she's feeling frazzled internally, but she's not projecting that out where people can see it. And in the show, she was just like a freaking mess the entire time, just like crying and screaming and losing her shit constantly. And like, that is not Naomi. And so I am just very upset. Fred Johnson isn't dead. I really want to know why they chose to kill him in the show. He's not dead yet. I mean, I'm thinking that he might die later on, but like, as of right now, he's still alive. I also don't understand why this show chose to make Kamina Drummer a main character with like all of her plot lines that were following her point of view, and also Anderson Dawes. Like, neither of them have really played a big role in any of the books leading up to this, but in the show they've been like main characters on level with Holden and the crew from the Rosie. So I just don't know what's happening with that, and it's kind of annoying. I love Amos and Clarissa. Like, their chemistry is fantastic, and I am loving being in Amos's perspective, getting to hear all of his sarcastic quips about the people around him, watching him think through, like, okay, if I were to get into a fist fight with this person, like, every 2 seconds there's someone new that comes in the scene, and he's like, how can I take them down in a fight internally? It's amazing, because that's who Amos is. Alex's character has never been one of my favorites, but I love seeing him and Bobby interact just because I love Bobby. I mean, it's Bobby. Who doesn't love Bobby? As much as I didn't enjoy the show, and as much as I wish that I was experiencing this for the first time without knowing what was happening, like, definitely knowing what's coming is impacting my reading experience, I also think knowing what's gonna happen, like already knowing the story, is making me enjoy my reading experience better. Like something about the way that I'm interacting with the characters has made it more like I'm just sitting with them. I'm not trying to get through to see what happens. And I think with some of the other books, when I hadn't watched the show yet, I was like getting bored or felt like the pacing was really slow because I wanted to know what was going to happen next. And like the authors are taking their time, like just letting us sit with the characters. And I think because I already know what's going to happen, I'm able to sit with those characters more too and enjoy it more that way. It's just a very interesting experience, but overall a good one. I am enjoying myself so much, but I will see you at the page 400 update. Page 400 update. We are kind of in the slow zone right before things ramp up again for the ending, and so far everything is following the plot of the TV show very well. Like at this point, where we're at in this point, it's matching up with the TV show. I still love Amos and Clarissa Peaches together. I am surprised at like Holden'S Story and how just completely different it was in the show, like completely different. And I get like they made the changes so that Holden would have more to do in the season, because this is a book where just Holden just doesn't have much going on for him, but that's supposed to be kind of the point, so I don't necessarily like that they changed it. Naomi, oh my god, completely different. And her interactions with Marco, like as things start to go south for her on the Pella, like just the strength that she shows on the outside is completely different than the absolute hystericalness that the show made her do. And I'm so upset by it. I'm so upset by it. I just cannot get over it. Alex's storyline has been different too. I'm not necessarily sure why they made the changes that they did. Maybe to give more runtime to like the extra characters that they added, which were unnecessary. Whatever. But I can tell we're getting close to the end. Things are ramping up, and I'm ready to see how these storylines kind of close up together. And it will hopefully be very satisfying. Although I'm not sure. I don't know. It could go south. But typically it doesn't go south, so we should be good. I'll see you guys at the page... No. So, I was going to say the page 500 update, but since this book is only 530 pages, we're just going to do... The last update will be the final update. That's all I got for you. It is Tuesday night, and I have just finished Nemesis games, and I enjoyed it. I liked it better than the TV show, because we know I don't like the TV show. I am very happy that Alex didn't actually die. I'm very happy that James and Naomi got to have their come to Jesus moment where they share about everything that happened to them. I really wanted to see that happen in the show, and it didn't, and I'm upset, but I'm happy that it happened. I'm also happy that the crew actually had hesitations about allowing Clarissa / Peaches to join their crew. Like, that's a big deal and deserves more thought and hesitation than the show provided. I enjoyed it. I'm excited for the next one. I'm probably going to start the next one soon because season 6 of the show is coming out and I want to read the book before I watch the show. But something else I realized about the show as I was reading these last couple chapters, Avasarala in the show is nowhere near as like hilarious and vulgar as she is in the books. Like, they gave her the F words in the show and like the bold, brash nature, but like left out the hilarity and the vulgarity, which is like, you know, you can't, it's two sides of the coin. You can't have one side without the other and it still be the same character. I love these books and I'm glad I'm getting to enjoy them more. They're still not exactly what I hope for when I'm looking at a space opera. Like, I want more of the weird alien shit happening, but I am so in love with these characters and so in love with this family dynamic that I don't even care. And that's how you know a book is good, when it doesn't exactly meet your expectations, but you don't even care because it's just that good. So, that is my update. This has been my reading vlog for book 5 of The Expanse, Nemesis Games. Thank you for watching up to this point. If you did, let me know down below like what you thought of this book, or if you've watched the show and you hate it too. I don't hate it. I just definitely like the books better. Anyway, if you like this type of content or the way that I talk about the books that I'm reading, please make sure to subscribe. I will see you guys in the next video.